Are you feeling tired, exhausted, emotionally drained, lack of focus after long days of shooting? I have the solution. I'm Michael LaFrance and I wanted to share this video with you. I went out to Crazy Train CrossFit to see Coach Billy. Coach Billy works with me one-on-one. I go to his classes, and what I found going to his classes really helped me out to make sure I have that extra energy on long days of production. So without further ado, let's head out to Crazy Train CrossFit and see what it's all about. Hello fellow creatives, welcome back for another episode. I'm here at Crazy Train CrossFit, right? Here in West Palm Beach with Coach Billy. And today I wanted to meet up with Coach Billy to talk about, obviously as videographers, cinematographers, we're filming events, we're spending a lot of time out, standing up, reaching, moving, standing at probably anywhere from 8 to 12 hours a day. It's super long, carrying heavy equipment, breaking things down, moving things around. And I wanted to make this video to kind of really explain to some videographers out there or cinematographers out there who may overthink that or just feel like, hey, I can just grab whatever. But I know from coming here, because I do come here on a regular basis to your classes, some techniques and some stretches or some movements that can really help out. So please, if you want to explain a little bit about how important that is.
Of course. Yeah, so I mean, you're standing long days, you're using your arms, shoulders, your posture is not in a proper position. So to benefit just for your daily functions, you want to make sure that you're making sure that you're mobile, you're strengthening as well, because just being mobile is only half of what you need. So we're gonna go over some exercises to kind of show how you can benefit to make sure that what you're doing is not affecting your everyday life, your everyday function, and affecting in a way that can also affect your career. So we're gonna go through some exercises, we're gonna show different progressions, and whichever progression is most comfortable for you, you can start there and then go on up to wherever it is that we go with these exercises. So let's show you what we got. Our inside arm is gonna go inside the band first, and then the other hand is gonna put it on top, create a fist. So your stance, you want a stable stance, and I'm pretty sure you know your own personal stance, but for the exercise, I want you to get hip width, feet kind of straight. You walk out to how much you can handle. So the goal is, we're gonna be moving the arms back and forth. The goal is to stay straight without going like this, turning in, because the band is pulling our in. Right. Bend your knees a little bit. You're gonna, keep your stomach nice and tight. Shoulders are relaxed. You're just pressing in and out, keeping the arms in a straight line, keeping tension in that band, and then keeping your stomach nice and tight as you're pressing. This is, I think, one of the best exercises that you could use to strengthen and to make sure that you're staying healthy for when you're using the gimbal. All right, guys, so here we have our second exercise, which is called a mixed carry. We have two pieces of equipment, kettlebell and a dumbbell. Both are pretty light because you want to simulate to what you're going to be using when you're shooting. For my videographers and photographers, whether you're using a camera that you're just carrying or your equipment that you're just carrying somewhere else, but you're usually carrying a lot of equipment. So what we want to do is we want to strengthen up our core as well as isolated movements. So isolated movements are going to be a farmer's carry, which we're going to do with our kettlebell, and there are proper ways to lift these equipment. So for our kettlebell, we don't want to just pick it up with a rounded back. We want to make sure that our back is in a nice straight line as we go to pick up that piece of equipment to protect our back. So your stomach is tight, shoulders are rolled back, and then from here, stand up. Now, that would be for the kettlebell. So as well as the dumbbell, you're gonna pick that up as well, but the dumbbell is gonna go overhead. So we're gonna hold in a straight overhead carry. This would be our mixed carry. So we have a farmer's with our kettlebell, and then we have an overhead with our dumbbell to simulate movements that you would be doing when you're filming on set or whatever it is that you would be recording. These movements, you don't have to go long distances. You can keep it anywhere between 25 to 50 feet. Something that we want to focus on is just controlled movements. So while you're moving, you don't want to move quickly. That's not the goal. The goal is to brace, keeping your posture good, because it's going to help your posture as well as strengthen. But controlled movements, you can do anywhere between 3 to 4 sets. And again, it would be 25 to 50 feet per side. So you're not just gonna do one side, you're always gonna alternate and then switch sides to make sure that we're evenly balanced for this movement, which is called our mixed carry. Our next exercise, we have kettlebell deadlifts. So kettlebell deadlifts is gonna simulate to when you're just picking up anything off the ground. And this can be for anybody, not just our videographers, cinematographers, but because we're trying to help you guys strengthen your posture while you're picking up things. This is how we're gonna simulate to you picking up your equipment. So you have 2 kettlebells. Again, they don't have to be heavy. They can be anything that's gonna be similar weights to what you're lifting. So if you have heavier equipment, then you might need to lift a little bit heavier so to make sure that our backs are nice and tight and strong. So you're gonna pick your kettlebells up. Now, as you can see, my back is in a straight line. I'm gonna drop my hips so that they're lower, my shoulders are back, and then from here, I'm standing up, but keeping that posture, my back in that straight line, shoulders are back, standing up straight, and then back down. Touching the ground, keeping my posture. I'm not letting go of my back, because what we don't want is, we don't want to let go, and then it rounds like this. That would be not safe for your back. So make sure that your back is in a straight line. And for these, you can do a same thing, 12 to 15 reps, 3 sets is great. And it's a good way to strengthen your back as well as your grip.
So as you can see, doing those exercises, implementing those movements into your lifestyle will truly make a deep impact for you on production shoots, on everyday life as well. So it's something I'll be doing, I think you should be doing, and I think we're gonna be heading back out to Crazy Train CrossFit soon in the near future to implement new movements and exercises into our routine. So if you like that, make sure you like and subscribe, and check me out on the next video. Take care.